again. Professor Ichia should resign because he's from the north. Then let somebody from the south take over from him. Secondly, Atiku should put in writing that he's going to do only one term. Thirdly, they should consider him and his people. What is bad about him? I don't say anything wrong about it. Bye-bye.
Usman Daura, thank you very much. Bye. Now, I hope you've got your flowers from the caller earlier. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning and God's blessings to Nigeria and Nigeria.
Good morning, Clement Zion Prince. Good to have you.
Thank you. My short take this morning is from Fashola, who says the project executed by this present government to justify the huge borrowings. That's a misleading statement from somebody as highly placed as Fashola. He has justified this borrowing many times, even against the backdrop of statements made by the Minister for Finance that Nigeria is unable to pay interest on its loans, on her loans. It's appalling that that is the mindset of the considers that Nigeria produces. What projects justify the huge borrowings? A situation where Nigeria is paying trillions of naira on interest, not the payment of capital, just the interest, and we are unable to pay the interest as well as subsidy. And at the end of the day, Nigeria runs dry without any remittances from NNPC. A country that produces oil, exports goods containing fuel, kerosene, and all the things that you find in crude, now import, and we are unable to pay subsidy on this test. And somebody is justifying the borrowings that Nigeria is engaged in. What projects? You talk of this railway. Railway has been mounted long ago before this present government came. You talk of Jokuta Itakpe. It runs across my vast land in Delta, and we are aware that that rail has been built and completed by Obasanjo, the rail track. All they were waiting for is the trains that apply these things. So it is in the few places that you have it in Nigeria. We have not even seen new rails. I don't think I've seen much of new rails under the Ministry of Transport that will justify the huge borrowings that we talk about, unless they are going to talk of the one that runs from Borno to Niger. I don't know what projects. Is it the roads? Fashola is the Minister for Works, Power, Works and Housing for several years before they married to Works and Housing. The roads are under his control. Tomorrow, when he went to commission, when he went to assess the roads, he took flight and was hovering in the air, inspecting roads that Nigerians are suffocating to apply. That's the only alternative for the poor. Then he's now saying that he justifies all the huge borrowings. It's a pity that such a thing. Nigeria budgets not less than not less than 300 billion on turnaround maintenance of roads. Under Fashola's watch, let Fashola account for all the money that even his own ministry has received, only his ministry, since the inception of government, when he left governorship of Lagos State to become a minister in Nigeria. Let him tell Nigerians how much his ministry has received and the projects that he has executed with those monies. We're not.
Clement. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have an amazing weekend. And another call is here. Hello, good morning. Minasara, good to have you.
Yes. Wike has made the name, but unfortunately, he has blocked the way that he will justify it. Both Wike and Atiku, greed is their problem.
Okay.
P2B would have been the best choice for both Atiku and Wike, but greed and self-centeredness made them to lose P2B, who would have reviewed and bring the name of PDP to the limelight again. So what they are doing now is just much ado about nothing. Many of them that they will not win, whether the Wike article given the condition or not. So we are tired of all this Nike. Because what stopped him from supporting P2V according to the laid down zoning activity? He left that one, went...
Hello, Minasara. Uh-oh. Hello? Okay, seems like we have to let you go. Let's get to hear from you, Emmanuel from Suleja. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Good.
This is Emmanuel from Suleja.
Appreciate you.
Please permit me to throw my 2 cents on a statement made by Director General of the Nigerians in Diaspora, warning Nigerians not to make a move to North Cyprus. Truth be told, that is a nice statement coming from her, but it shouldn't just end like that. The government should go after this travel agent that come to Nigeria, deceive our Nigerian youth, promising them good education opportunities and good jobs over there in North Cyprus, which at the end is nothing to write home about. Truth be told, North Cyprus as a country is only recognized by Turkey. But in a country whereby nothing is working, our youth are desperate to move to anywhere. So what some of these our Nigerian youth do, they prefer North Cyprus, though North Cyprus is not most of their destination. So it is easier for them to get visa that can take them from North Cyprus to Turkey. So some of them, due to what, ASU strike, nothing is working in Nigeria, so they just want to move out and hustle. And when you get to North Cyprus, the currency they use there is known as Turkish lira. But you have to pay your house rent in pounds, your tuition fee in euro. So at the end, you find out that what they work overtime, stress themselves. In the long run, they even involve in internet fraud just to meet up with what some of their expenses. Because Turkish lira is nothing to write home about, because you are paying most of your house rent or your tuition fee either in pounds or in euro. So most of Nigerians that even go to North Cyprus involve in what? Internet fraud, stuff like that. Though the government should please try, not just by making this statement, but they should go further to find out the cost of the massive movement of Nigerian youth into North Cyprus. And let me make this statement clear. Just early this year, most of Nigerians came back from Ukraine. Truth be told, most of them, since Ukraine is still on a fighting zone or they're still on war, most of them will still want to go back to North Cyprus again. Watch out and see. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's sad. Anyway, I'm bringing a caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my dear friend, the Eagle FM.
Good morning, Chief Cosmos.
Good morning. Yes, this is the voice of Chief Cosmos Subunale.
Chief Cosmos,
I'm calling from Owerri, capital of Imo State.
Glad you're here. Always a pleasure to have you. Good to have you.
To get a line is very hot.
It happens like
Yes, all the paper we are watching today of what is happening overseas Europe. Why our politicians are taking the internal matter to Europe to settle their score?
Hello, Chief Cosmos. Hello. Oh, lost connection. Try to call back if you can. I know it could be hard to get us now these days. It's just a little difficult. Now let's see headlines from the Guardian newspaper quickly. Benin monarch cautions against diversion of Benin artifacts. Also, the DHQ confirms death of terrorist commander Uzaifa in airstrike. DHQ confirms death of terrorist commander Uzaifa in airstrike. Congratulations and thank you. Big shout out to the military for the onslaught against terrorists. Wike's UK meeting with Obasanjo, Obi, Atiku heightens 2023 puzzle. Africa needs 2.8 trillion naira to boost preparedness for next pandemic, says WHO. Are they planning to give the world another pandemic? Africa needs 2.8 trillion naira to boost preparedness for next pandemic, says WHO. I don't know why they're putting the figures in Naira. Anyway, out-of-school children challenge to Lagos State government, says Lasube boss. Udokama is here. Let's hear from you. Okay, before we hear from Udokama, let's squeeze in this one.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Elder Onoja. Good to have you.
My regard to your family, my regard to Clement from Maraba and the Stamina and the other people.
Elder Onoja, good to have you. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm not a politician, but let me say something about this government more. You see the problem the government have. They have project on the ground, but there is nobody selling that project out. I give you an example. That Niger Bridge, not to say APC started. It started right from the Misi government. Before Obasanjo came, he pumped a lot of money there. During Obasanjo was 55% completed, according to the report by that time. Before this government came, and then the government started pumping money there. Not only one government, but first when you start the bidding, first when you complete the bidding, if the person complete the bidding, they are going to hear. Started without complete it, you can't make name.
Okay.
But if you complete it, the problem the government have, they only have fighters. They don't have people to sell the government out. That's why you see the critics in the media, they have upper hand, because instead of Minister of Information to sell the government project out, you only there to fight Obasanjo, only there to fight Danjuma, fight Sudan Sokoto, fight Kuka. Instead of him to come out and tell the Nigeria what the government is doing, he did not tell them. Let me give you an example. There's a Oweto Bridge. That Oweto Bridge is very important, very, very important. This government do it. Complete that Oweto Bridge. If you are going to Enugu now, there's no need of going to Lokoja. You can go to Maraba. From Maraba, you close to Kefi. From Kefi, you go to Nasarawa. Before you know yourself, you see yourself at Otuko. From Otuko to Enugu is not far. Very important project. But they are not selling their project. The railway, when they are talking, Obasanjo complete the railway.
Okay,
they are waiting for the train to start from Lagos to Ibadan. Before they came to power, they can't say they start the railway and complete it.
Okay,
they only bring the train to walk it. Then now, because of the bandits and terrorists, the railway, they are not working. They are not working. Because when we are advising the about of the insecurity in Nigeria, the way out, they refuse. Now, the insecurity in Nigeria now have made all the projects not to work.
Thank you so much, Elder Onoja. I appreciate you calling.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And we'd have to take more of your thoughts now. Udokama, let's hear you quickly.
Ivanacho, good morning.
Good morning to you.
How was your night?
Very well. Go ahead.
I trust you are good.
Yes.
Ivanacho, can we compare the following and the work that they did with it? Can we compare it? Can we compare the following and the work which this administration has done? If we are to compare it, then let's give out the result and know if they have worked actually or not. Can we compare the standard of cost of living in this country now? You know, the masses of this country are sometimes speaking out of what we are going through. We are not after their pocket, but what we are seeing is what we compare our lives with. The second Niger Bridge, I can testify, Buhari have seen to it that is almost completing. But what else am I going to testify? Is completing 8 years now. And compare the amount borrowed to what they have done. I don't know the result you are going to give to that. So, if they want to borrow, let them continue borrowing. I will not be the only one suffer.
Okay.
Every one of us will suffer for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Udokama. And let's move on. I'm sorry, Udokama. Thank you very much. Let's go. More messages here. Dr. Chinedu Samuel. Dr. Samuel, you say, thanks to Usman Daura for his clear analysis. How can the North hold all the key positions or post in the PDP after denying the South of rotational presidency slots. Wike is a force to reckon with. Why does Atiku not want to sign a document for a single term? Because he is interested in second term or if he wins. Wike should hold on to his position. Dr. Samuel, thank you very much. Also, Mr. Innocent, your message is here, and you say, good morning, Iheanacho. Wike is only the force that he is within issues of political structure. He must not make the mistake that will depreciate his weight irretrievably. He has already made a lot by joining with Tinubu. Will bite him back because he will not be shocked. He will not be shocked. He will not be able to even deliver Rivers' votes to APC. That will destroy his accumulated political weight. No matter South's governor, no other South governor is with him. That's why Obasanjo had gone to offer him some advice against acts that equate with that of Atiku in partisan treachery. He should refrain from loud overtures and lead his men. And lead his men operate strategically. On Fashola's claims, it is a continuation of APC propaganda. Which road had Fashola led his principal to commission in nearly 8 years? With all borrowing, he should compare with the number Wike has commissioned in Rivers State. Enough of reinforcing failure on mass media. The borrowings can never be justified and will be investigated after them. Innocent, thank you very much. And Comrade Ulo Basi, your message says, good morning, my brother Iheanacho. Nigerians will like Work Minister Fashola to itemize the projects executed by Buhari's administration to justify trillions of dollars borrowed from international community. Let Mr. Fashola come out with evidential proofs to buttress his convictions and allow Nigerians to pass the verdict. From time immemorial, Nigerians living in South Africa have been victims of targeted killings without any intervention by the federal government, and whenever there is a plan for reprisal action by our people, the police and other law enforcement agents will prevent it. How long will this be allowed to continue? We shouldn't have any form of reprisals, by the way. Methinks a time will soon come, where nobody will be able to hold back Nigerians from exacting their own pounds of flesh. Enough of these humiliations from South Africa. Since Nigerian politicians have gone abroad to strategize on how to capture power in 2023, let's remind them that Nigerian populace are the ones that are going to do the voting. No matter how high a bird may decide to fly, its bones will eventually be found on the ground someday. May God Almighty bless the suffering masses of Nigeria. Amen. Comrade Ulo Basi, thank you very much. And well, let's see messages. Oganamano Austin. All right, let's read first from Engineer Lucky from Suleja. He said, good morning. I don't know when London became second outer rock of Nigeria. All these our old politicians are just making shame of us Nigerians. What is it that they want to discuss that they cannot discuss here? How many outsiders come to Nigeria to discuss their issues here in Nigeria? God